Hello. In today's video, we are going to look how to write down a test cases for telecom billing or telecom billing project. So here I am given some example or some sample test cases related to telecom billing project, as everyone is having a different perspective while writing a test cases. This is not a standard format of a template. If you want a standard template format, please do comment. I will make a separate video on it. What is the standard format of test cases? Here I am just focusing on the telecom related test cases, and what are the related test cases, or what are the possible test cases you can write for the telecom billing. So first test case is that, as a here in telecom billing, you are mainly focusing on the billing of particular telephone number, right? So you can write down the test cases related to it. So first, while calculating a bill, you have to first check whether this particular telephone number is registered with your company, right? So here I have given the sample name as a ABC telecom billing. So here, while writing, your test case ID must be started with a TC, then your project name, and then the ID of test case, right? Then the first case is verify that customer telephone number is registered on your system. Means whether that particular number is related with your company, you have to verify, right? So here the test steps you can write down, like open a system, then enter telephone number. So for that, precondition will be you have to open a system, then expected result, the telephone number is present, and actual result, if telephone number is also present, your status will be pass, right? So here, if the number will not available in your system, then your status will be fail, right? So here I have given some example of pass and fail test cases. So second test case will be verify that customer ID for active customer is present in system. It might happen that there is one customer who is not active right now, right? So first we have to check whether this particular customer ID is active or not, as when you enter information in CRM, there is a unique ID, that is customer ID, generated. So by putting that particular ID, you have to check whether this particular customer is active now, whether he or she is using your services or not. So here also you need to open a system, then enter telephone number, enter that particular ID and check. If ID is present, your test case will be pass, right? Same way, the next test case will be verify that customer telephone number is active or not. Now you have to check whether the number is active, whether number is in active state, whether number is working or not, whether plans are working or not. So here also you need to enter that particular number into system, and you have to check whether the status of telephone number is active or not. Then the fifth test case will be verify that plan is activated according to customer requirement. Means, for example, your customer has a requirement of SMS plan, then you have to check. So this test step will be you have to open a system, then enter customer ID and check the plan details, right? So for example, they have told the customer requirement is SMS for SMS plan, and if SMS plan is not active, so your test status will be fail. So in this way, the next test case is test case number 7. Verify that plan is activated according to customer requirement is reflecting in a bill. Now we need to check whether the whatever plans are opted by the customer is reflecting in bill, whether bill is according to the plans only. So for that, you will open a system, then enter customer ID, then open a plan tab, and then check the plan details. For example, the customer has chosen only international call plan, so you have to check whether on bill is it reflecting. So the next test case will be verify that the system is able to track the location of telephone number. So most of the time we need to check the location of particular telephone number. So whether your system is able to check it, if yes, then test case will be pass. The next sample test case is verify that customer ID and name is properly reflected on a bill. Here, when bill is generated, you have to cross verify whether the same customer ID and same customer bill and for the usage, they have used for that the bill is generated or not. So for that your test step will be, you have to open a system, then enter customer id, then you have to open a bill section, download the bill, and then cross verify it with a customer id and name which is present with you, right? If yes, the test case will be pass. In same way, the next test case you can write like a verify that bill is generated according to usage only. Means particular customer has used the calls only, calling of local calls only. Then your bill must be reflected for local call only. So you have to cross verify that, right? Then the next is verify that bill is generated according to rate sheet only. For this also you can write down the steps in same way, like open a system, then enter customer id, then open a bill section, then download the bill, and then cross check it with the rate sheet, right? And for that your precondition will be, you have to enter a customer id or telephone number. Then the actual result will be is, for example, expected result is your bill will matching a rate sheet. So if actual result is as well, it is a matching a rate sheet, then your test case will be pass. In this way you can try to write down the steps, precondition, post condition for same. Each one is having a different perspective to write, so you can write down it according to you. So the next sample test case will be verify that discount is reflected in a bill for valid service as per a rate sheet or offer. Most of the time at the new year or any occasion, they will give us some discount offers, right? So you have to cross verify whether in the bill, if it is a valid customer or valid telephone number which is related or which is applicable to the discount, is it reflected on bill? If yes, then test case is a pass. If no, then test case will be fail. Then verify that the customer is able to pay a bill using payment gateway. Then verify that, means if customer want to pay a bill by using credit card, debit card, or UPI, so you can write down the different test cases for same. Means verify that customer is able to choose a debit card transaction, customer is able to choose a credit card transaction, or verify that customer is able to choose a UPI transaction. Then whether if they have paid the bill, so whether it is reflecting in your system. Then verify that if any transaction is unsuccessful from your payment gateway or payment terminal, whether it is refunding the amount or giving some proper response message. So you have to cross verify it. Then verify that bill history is shown to the customer. Then also means, for example, the customer has paid the bill. So whether it is reflecting on a system, whether they are able to see a history, whether the transaction is successful or not, on what date I have paid the last bill, like that history must be shown. Then verify that the pending bills are shown to a customer. Means while paying a bill, whether your system is showing the pending amount as well, you have to cross check it. Then verify that the system is able to send a pending bill amount notification to customer. Your system must be able to send a pending amount notification as well. So you have to cross check it. Then verify that system is able to deactivate the customer as per the request. Means for example, one particular service or a whole telephone number I want to deactivate. So whether your system is allowing to do so, then verify that system is able to store the history or past and present customer information as well. Means your system must be able to store the details of current customers as well, but some customers has deactivated your whole system or deactivated their telephone numbers, then also your system must be able to save the whole detail. So these are the some sample test cases which are written. You can modify it according to your perspective, you can add more in it as well. So I request you please do subscribe to our channel and please check the other video links in the description box as well. So thank you all.